I made it all the way down under. It's so amazing to be back, and a little bit funny, kind of a culture shock after being in Asia for this long to come back to this Western world. Of course, South Korea is a mix between the Asian world and the Western world, which made the shift less dramatic, but still. I say the first day, it was kind of weird, like seeing drug addicts walking around on the street, which I haven't seen, at least in the middle of the day, since I left Europe. As similar as it is around the world, I feel like I think the main reason is, and what I'm trying to say is, I was a little bit surprised that I was surprised about the shift in between Asia and coming here. I feel like now I've been here for some days, that is not that big of a difference, but it was just like the transition the first day was kind of a lot. Which is a very funny experience, and I didn't expect that, of course, which also makes it like worse. It's not worse, it's just different. But extremely nice to be back. Let's start all the way back in South Korea, starting my day quite early with a coffee at this amazing coffee place. So far I had very nice coffees here. None of them has been as good as that little place in South Korea. So if you're in Seoul, definitely go and visit that place. There's a video on my channel called Best Coffee in South Korea or Best Coffee in Seoul. Watch that one, visit that place. Amazing coffee. I had a quite early checkout and my flight was in the evening, and I could have done stuff, put in my suitcase at the place, walking around. Again, it was cold. It's very cold there, and I can't do that cold weather. Like, that's so nice to be back in some warm weather. So I decided just drink some coffee in the morning, take it relatively slow, find my way out to the airport, and then I was just sitting in the airport watching some stuff, having a great time. I love being in airports anyways, so in that sense that was fine. Going into the airport, and this is crazy to say that now it's 2025, it was 2024 when I left South Korea, and the future is finally here. I didn't need to take anything out of my backpack. A whole computer, all screens and everything inside it. Put it up in a tray, put it in. They have a 3D scanner. I remember years ago Copenhagen Airport was testing a 3D scanner, and then they were like, soon you don't need to take anything out of the backpack. And I feel like it's almost 10 years ago. I don't know if they have it in Copenhagen yet or what, but Seoul Airport have it. That was amazing, because everything in my backpack I need to take out of my backpack, because everything is something you need to take out. And then I flew with this, I think it's called Scoot Airline, which is Singapore Airlines like daughter company. And sometimes with the daughter companies or the cheaper airlines, it can be almost painful to fly with. This was a very nice experience. Of course you have to pay for everything, but very nice, very nice. They didn't have a screen, but they have like an in-flight system, so you can use on your phone. And for me it's mostly about like, see how far in the process we are, like where are we flying, what is it I'm looking down on when I'm looking out the window, and you can do that on the phone. So there was a QR code, you scan it, and then you just got onto a website where there were different kinds of stuff which would be normally on that screen. And then the most amazing thing, both for my flights where I was sitting, that row, it was only me, so I could lay down on both the flights, which makes a huge difference when you're traveling for that long. I think it was around 22 hours or something like that, because first it was 7 hours or 6 hours to Singapore, wait in Singapore for 7 hours, and then 7 hours again. Something that was very surprising to me, the flight from Singapore to Melbourne, it was only like 20 to 25% full. There was nobody there. Nobody. And where I'm staying is almost full, and it was over the New Year's. So either people came there before or what, but it was, I've never been in a long distance flight that been that empty before. I don't think so. I've been on shorter distance flights that have been like that, but never. And then actually, because I was landing in the evening here, I needed to stop sleeping on the airplane at some point. I was like, I need to wake up and not sleep. And that's kind of the opposite of normal economy class is you try to sleep as much as you can, but here I needed to stop sleeping because I was landing here in the evening. So I arrived around 8 in the evening. And then I got the long interview at the border control, so multiple people. The big difference here compared to, for example, the US, I also had the long interview there once, is here everybody was super friendly. Super friendly. And that makes a big difference because you don't feel like a criminal. They just want to know whatever. And I was just thinking about it, why they wanted to talk to me. And I think one of the reasons was I feel like they talked to a lot of people. There was nobody at the airport also. It was completely empty. So I think they were just very bored, first of all. It didn't delay my arrival that much because half of the interviews was while I was waiting on my luggage to come. Then took the bus in to the city, walked to the hostel. Very nice hostel. Next video probably is gonna be about that place. Very nice place, very nice. And I've been around here for about a week, starting to find my way around here. Know what I'm eating every day. Found pretty good coffee places around the city. Definitely already have kind of a movie about coffee places around here. And I would say overall extremely happy to be here. The plan was actually only to spend 14 days here and then do something else. I think I'm gonna stay a little bit longer here because I had quite a few days very bad sleep, which kind of mess up the whole day. So I think I'm gonna stay a little bit longer, which I will decide in a few days if I'm gonna do or not. The other thing is I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do after here. If I'm gonna go to Sydney or somewhere else in Australia or fly out of Australia, but time will tell. Right now, everything is kind of up in the air and it is kind of day by day basis right now, which is nice, but it's also a little bit weird to not know what you're gonna do next week. It's a little bit when you're traveling like I'm doing and for this long, like planning a long time ahead can sometimes be a little bit difficult. So I have a lot of nice things coming up to film, which I'm very excited about because for a very long time it's been a huge fight for me to make a video. Like the most crazy thing is, right now I've been doing one video a week. I hope to get it up to more, but it's more tough for me to make this one video a week than it was to make a video every second day in the start. Luckily, my body is way better now than it was just a few weeks or a few months ago. So hopefully, knock on wood, everything's gonna be good. And I will ramp up the video and also get the content up in that league that I want it to be, because I feel like my filming skills with the equipment I have is pretty good now, but like, what is it called? The story of the videos has been lacking a lot. But when you can't move around that much and all that, of course it's gonna lag. So I'm just super grateful that I've been managing to do a video every week except 1 week. And that's what I have to be happy about. And then for the future, there's a lot of nice things coming up, and the more I'm in getting back into shape and getting back into everything, the better everything's gonna be, and it's gonna be amazing at the end. Or not the end, because the end is far away, but when it ramps up again, you know what I mean. Also been running here yesterday, and it's so nice to be back running in the heat. So yesterday I was out running in the afternoon, 35 degrees, very nice. I was the only one running though. Very nice. Today it's supposed to be 40 degrees. I don't think it is yet though. Let me check. It's not 40 degrees yet, but soon it will be, which is also very nice. I'm probably gonna run right after, when it's gonna go down again after being 40. But getting back into running, getting back into shape, also gonna be good for everything that I'm doing. Like, it's been a lot the last many months, and stuff is starting to be better. I'm just praying and crossing my finger that everything's gonna turn out extremely good and extremely great, and I believe it will. I think this is gonna be it for this little "we arrived" down on the video. I almost feel like every video that I've been doing for a while is kind of like an update video of what is going on. That is how it is when you are struggling a bit. Anyways, I feel way better, and everything is starting to get way better, and it will be extremely good very soon. Yeah, I'll drink the rest of the coffee. Enjoy the weather. And then thank you for watching this. I'm not quite sure what this guy on the guitar doing. He's just doing all kinds of weird